Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of ezBUCKETz. How you guys doing today? I hope you're having a magnificent day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are gonna love, especially if you're a Los Angeles Lakers fan. We just got some crazy news that a specific player is trying to come back to the NBA. And if you know who I'm talking about, it's a big-time Lakers favorite. As I'm making this video, the Lakers have 14 players on their roster, which only means one thing. They're targeting one person to have a complete roster before entering the playoffs. And with so many rumors that the Lakers want this guy or that guy, some Lakers fans want the Lakers to get Lance Stephenson. So if you're a Lakers fan and you want to know more, you're gonna love this. But quickly, before I get on with the video, just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Lakers.
Oh, man, it's going to be different. I mean, playing with them. I always play against them. Never could beat them, but now that I'm joining them and got a chance to play with them, I get to learn a lot from them, and we can win some games and have fun this season. They basically saying, be myself. Come out there, that aggressive defense, bring that offensive energy, and just help mostly on the defensive end, and that's what I'm gonna bring. I just like that they run the floor. They run the floor. They push the ball. They make smart decisions throughout the game, and they're just playing real hard, and you can see that they could guard anyone on the floor. So I'm just watching, looking and see how can I come in and join them.
The Lakers just got Andre Drummond, and as we speak, they are in search for their 15th final player. There are so many rumors when it comes to the buyout market and when it comes to the NBA trade deadline that the Lakers are going to be very aggressive, and I'm going to be honest, from what they've done so far, they're not as aggressive as we expect them to be. When talking about the Brooklyn Nets this season, they've made a lot of moves. They got James Harden, they signed Blake Griffin, and they signed LaMarcus Aldridge, and had so many small deals that I bet some of you guys don't know about. The point that I'm trying to make is that so many other NBA teams are busy, and we just want to see more from the Lakers. We just saw Andre Drummond's debut against the Bucks. Unfortunately, he got hit with a toe injury. From what we're hearing, it's not as bad. He has a chance to play the Lakers next game. But what I'm trying to say is that if this season, the Lakers want to win the championship, they want to defend their title, with so many free agents out there wanting to be a Laker, they must pick the right perfect one. As I make this video, the Lakers have a record of 30-18, which ranks them as the 4th seed in the West. In my opinion, I'm kind of surprised where they are right now. I'm usually used to seeing them at the top of the Western Conference, but of course with injuries to Anthony Davis, injuries to LeBron James, Dennis Schroeder getting hit with COVID, the Lakers, I'm gonna be honest, hasn't had the perfect regular season so far. But we all know this, despite the Lakers struggling when it comes to health, their long-term plan is to be healthy for the playoffs and of course defend their chip. The biggest question right now when it comes to the Lakers is who or what kind of a player they should sign when it comes to their final roster spot. So many Lakers are saying they need a 3rd string point guard. Some fans are saying they need a 3-and-D presence player, a 3-and-D wing, and some fans would even say they need a sharpshooter. And in my opinion, why not go for a player that brings all of these attributes into one? Ever since the beginning of the season, after losing Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, who were big parts of their championship run last year, Laker fans everywhere have stated the Lakers have to get a front court player, and getting Andre Drummond via the buyout market was the best case scenario when it comes to that area and when it comes to that atmosphere. But when it comes to my opinion, I believe the Lakers must target a small forward type player that can be an all-around threat when it comes to everything they need right now. And that's why for this video, I'm going to be talking about the possibility of Lance Stephenson making a return to the purple and gold. When talking about Lance Stephenson, I'm gonna simply say this. He's a fan favorite, he is so fun to watch, he's very entertaining, but when it comes to his skill set alone right now, I genuinely believe he'll be a great fit. Despite Lance bringing in so many memes, of course Lance to make you dance, of course the biggest meme of Lance is him blowing in LeBron James' ear, but the most important factor that I love about Lance is his ability to be an emotional factor and an energy booster. When talking about the Lakers right now, they don't really have that person to come off the bench or simply be a bench positive presence. We all know last year they had players like J.R. Smith, they had players like JaVale McGee, and I believe Lance Stephenson brings an all-around aspect on what the Lakers are currently looking for. When talking about Lance's NBA career, he has played a total of 508 games, and when talking about his career statistics, these are his numbers. He averages about 8.6 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. But if you have been watching the NBA for a long time now, you all know in 2014 is when Lance had his best season on the Indiana Pacers. He averaged about 14 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and almost 1 steal per game. That was Lance Stephenson in his prime. The last time we saw Lance Stephenson in the NBA was in 2019 when he was a part of the Lakers roster. I'm gonna be honest though, that year the Lakers didn't even make the playoffs, so Lance wasn't really a big factor, but of course LeBron didn't really have a good team around him. His team was basically young players still developing. After playing for the Lakers in 2019, Lance spent the 2020 season in China, but of course with COVID coming, Lance Stephenson right now has no NBA team, no job, and states he wants to return to the NBA. The last time we heard from Lance Stephenson was early 2020 before COVID-19 hit. It was around the month of March after the CBA got cancelled, and there was multiple rumors that the Indiana Pacers were almost gonna sign Lance Stephenson. In fact, the article was that Lance Stephenson is in strong talks to return to the Indiana Pacers. Lance Stephenson has been in the NBA for about 8 seasons, and the majority of his time in the NBA, he's been on the Indiana Pacers, and that's why they were the last team being linked to him. But today we got a report that Lance Stephenson is looking towards an NBA return, and the Los Angeles Lakers are one of his favorite targets. 2 years ago when Lance was on the Lakers, this is what he said about him being on the same team with LeBron. It was actually funny that I am actually on the same team. I am very excited to see what that brings and just playing with him. One of the best players to play the game. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to get on board. And then he says this about LeBron. I was actually surprised he made the move to LA. I guess he needed a new look. I feel like just him reaching out and showing that he liked what I bring to the game is amazing. I just can't wait to be on the floor with him, actually get on the court with him. Guys, this quote is amazing because it shows that LeBron James himself actually reached out to Lance for him to join the purple and gold. Which only means one thing. If Lance ultimately becomes a popular free agent and the Lakers need a playmaker, a 3-and-D wing, a decent shooter, you never know, LeBron just might call Lance to form a potential reunion. If you guys are a true Lance Stephenson fan, you know that when he's on the court and when he's playing, he's an energy booster, he can facilitate at a pretty high level, and of course, when it comes to winning, Lance wants to win. And right now with the Lakers needing a spark plug, he could be the answer. If you keep up with Lance's Instagram, he posts a lot of workout videos. His trainer says he's ready to be on an NBA team. And when it comes to the financial standpoint, I do believe he'll simply sign a veteran's minimum. With Lance Stephenson still being 30 years old, I believe the Lakers giving him maybe a 10-day contract to see how it goes wouldn't be a bad idea. Right now, I believe is the perfect time to kind of finish your roster as you want to build the most chemistry going into the postseason, and maybe sending Lance to a 10-day, play about 3 games, and then see if he ultimately fits as a small forward off the bench. There are so many rumors out there when it comes to Lakers targeting a player when it comes to free agency. When talking about the buyout market, a lot of Laker fans want Otto Porter. He's a very popular target, but from what we're hearing, the Orlando Magic, they do not want to buy him out. But another popular target is also a reunion with Avery Bradley. This is also a very popular target as well, as Avery Bradley was a big part of why the Lakers ended up being the first seed in the West. Right now, Avery Bradley is on the Houston Rockets. He's on one of the worst teams in the NBA, and sooner or later, he might be bought up very soon. So Laker fans, keep an eye on Otto Porter and Avery Bradley as well. But when it comes to targeting a player that wants to prove himself, that could be an energy spark plug, that could be a 3-and-D presence, and a pretty good playmaker, I believe Lance Stephenson should be someone they should consider. But ultimately, guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about the possibility of Lance Stephenson going back to the Lakers. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Is this scenario realistic? Is it possible? Do you think it's a good fit? Put your thoughts down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!